Okay, what is the path leading to cessation of suffering? It is the Noble Eightfold Path. Arya is Noble Eightfold Path. Sayatitam, there is Samaditi, Sama Sankappo, Sama Vacha, Sama Kamanto, Sama Ajivo, Sama Vayamo, Sama Sati, Sama Samadhi. Now the first one is right view. Kataman Chawoso Samaditi, Yam Ko Awoso, Duke Nyanam, Dukkha Samudaye Nyanam, Dukkha Nirode Nyanam, Dukkha Niroda Gaminiya Patipadaya Nyanam, Ayang Wuchata Wuso Samaditi, Katamo Cha Wuso Sama Sangkapo, Nekama Sangkapo, Abhyapada Sangkapo, Avihimsa Sangkapo, Ayang Wuchata Wuso Sangkapo. Okay, now this is exactly the words from the Buddha. So from this sutta is clearly say the right view, samadhi, is jnana, the knowledge in suffering, dukkha, in, this is locative case in suffering. The cause of suffering, dukkha samudaya. The cessation of suffering, dukkha nirodha. And then the dukkha nirodha gamini patipata. All right. So based on this one, when we remember we are still filling the table. Last week I already filled in the table with the help of you. Samadhi, right view. Then another translation is harmonious perspective. So I prefer the word right view because Visuddhimagga also say right seeing. So according to Sutta just now, is talking about the knowledge in the suffering. Okay, so this is the one. Cause of suffering, cessation of suffering, and then the path leading to the cessation of suffering. So you can see Samadhi, right view, right and right seeing in Visuddhimagga. So this is the knowledge. So in Abhidhamma, when you learn Abhidhamma, especially in Cetasika, you know that when we say right view, is actually, we call it amoha, is actually knowledge. Okay, knowledge or panya also same. That is why when you study this kind of sutta, you have to know the ultimate reality. And that's why if you want to develop the rest, the first thing you should start is the knowledge first. Okay. And then the sutta will continue with Sama Sankappa. So I'm trying to show you what is we learn from the sutta. Okay, katamo cha wuso sama sangkapo, nekama sangkapo, abhyapada sangkapo, ahimsa sangkapo, ayam vichata awuso sama sangkapo. This one I sent to some of you last week already. Okay, now. So right thought. Right thought is just now the three one. Nekama, renunciation, good view, and then not harming. So this one. This is called right thought. Okay. So, okay. Sorry, it's difficult to control this table. So, all right. So you have the knowledge in the suffering, and then all the knowledge in cause of suffering, and then the path and so on. Then when we say right thought, right intention, it's meant that right directing, abandoning the wrong thinking. Okay, so anything to do with thoughts, whether you're abandoning the wrong thinking or you write directing the mind to where? To renunciation, good will, and non-harming. All right. So you can see these two, as you know, is under Panya group. So Samadhi, Sama Sankappa is under the same group called the wisdom group. Then after that, it followed by Samavacha, Samakamanta, Samaajiva. Samavacha is right speech. Samakamanta is a right action. Ajiva is right livelihood. I think most of you know this. So we see the English translation, right? Right speech. Now, when we talk about right speech, it's always the opposite from the false speech. Extension from the false speech, tale bearing, harsh speech, and then the gossip, idle chatter. So this right speech. Even right action is also opposite from the wrong action. That's killing, stealing, and an illicit sexual indulgence. Now, even right livelihood is avoid the wrong livelihood. Okay. So you can notice that when we talk about this, right speech, right action, right livelihood is always the state of opposite the wrong one. Okay, right speech is opposite the false speech. Right action is from the wrong action. Right livelihood is avoiding the wrong livelihood. So even though it look a lot, but actually if you can just remember, so against the wrong speech. Maybe use the word extend. Okay, just extension from wrong action. So okay, wrong speech like telling lies, and then the harsh speech, and then the slandering, then the idea gossip. Okay, this one is in the killing, stealing, and then sexual misconduct. Okay, so I think most of you know this one. So if you think about it, this is talking about in terms of 5 precepts. This one also in terms of 5 precepts. But this one actually, if you consider not really in the 5 precepts, but is common things. Okay, now what is wrong livelihood? Anybody now? I can invite some of you. Anybody remember what is wrong livelihood? There are 5 of them. Can you remember? How about Pueliu or Subang? Can you remember what is a wrong livelihood?
Dating poisons.
Okay, poison.
Human trafficking. Animals
Poison,
slaughtering.
human, animal, and
weapons.
Weapon. Okay.
Flesh. What's that? Meat. Something like that.
Meat is animal
Another
also. Meat.
animal.
Meat. Yeah, yeah.
Poison. Human.
Weapon.
And
another
one. Drugs. I cannot remember.
I think it's drug. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I also put some notes here because sometimes cannot remember. I put some notes here. Where is it? I remember I copy and put the notes here. Okay. Oh yeah, this one. All right. Living beings, weapons, living being, meat, intoxicant. Intoxicant and poison. So poison we have already, so intoxicant, all right? So this one you can find in Anguttara book. So intoxicant and drug, I think should be taken as in the nature of make the mind more confused. And this one we can put intoxicant also. Okay. All right. Now we can see these two are right view and then right thought. speech, action, livelihood. Now, when you see all this is right action, right speech, right action, right livelihood. This is wrong speech, wrong action, wrong livelihood. So in the sutta say we have to abstain from them. Right? In Abhidhamma, you also find they are quite similar in the same like sutta. Okay. Now, Samma Ajiva is purification of beings. So when we think about that, what is the result of having the right speech, action, livelihood? So this is considered as sila morality. Okay. Okay, now we still going through the information. We are not finished yet, because sometimes to even for meditation, we have to think about it's a little bit dark. Let me adjust the window. Okay. Okay. Now, even for meditation, if you want to do meditation, you have to get the right information, because if you don't get the right information, your mind cannot focus in the right way. Right. Now, then we have the Samma Vayama, then Samma Sati, and Samma Samadhi. Oh, the fan is not so strong. Sometimes the fan is okay, but it's like this. Sometimes because the weather here is very extreme, it's either I switch off the window, which is turned off to be very hot. Let me adjust it for a while. Sorry. Okay, now I think so far all these are under Sila. So what is more important is for those who are focusing on meditation will be right effort, because this is under the Samadhi group. So I think you all know there are 4 efforts that you should do, that you should strive it. Okay, this is the first one, second one, third one, and this 4th one. How many of you know about this right effort? There are 4 ways. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the actual text from the sutta, but anybody can just sum up easily if according to your knowledge. These 4 ways in your own way. How do you say it in your own way? Anybody who have learned before? Make it, this is very long text. How do you say it in a simple English for the 4 ways to meditate and also 4 ways to practice this right effort? Sumita? Yeah, Sumita, you should learn before.
Put effort to prevent the arising of unwholesome thoughts that have not yet arisen.
Okay. And then?
Have to abandon the evil, unwholesome thought that have already arisen.
Okay, yeah.
To develop wholesome thoughts that have not yet arisen. And put forth or strive or stirs up energy, strengthen his mind, exert himself to maintain, to persevere or increase to bring them to maturity. That is development.
Okay. So actually, basically,
thoughts.
we have wholesome is 2 way, right? Unwholesome
Yes,
also
2
way.
ways.
Okay. So basically, for this one, what is right effort? So for everybody to remember is it for unwholesome? We start with unwholesome. So every time, if you look at the Tipitaka, the Buddha always start from the negative side, unwholesome, before talking about the wholesome. Okay. So unwholesome state is to do. The first one that is arising, that have not arisen. Okay, so one is not unarisen. Another one is arisen. Okay, wholesome will be also if okay, also unarisen and arisen. So if you all can think about this in this way, yeah,
okay.
easy, right? Unwholesome
Yeah.
state unarisen. Which is unarisen? What should you do to it, Sumeda?
unarisen, wholesome state, unwholesome state, unarisen. Arisen one you have to abandon, and unarisen
yeah,
one you have
abandon.
to promote, and you have to prevent.
Okay, this one you have to prevent, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So unarisen wholesome states, what should you do?
You have to promote.
Okay,
You have to increase. You have to strive.
increase, strive. So means
Or
develop,
maintain.
okay? So we just use the word develop, okay?
Yeah.
And then the horizon one, you have to,
Maintain.
okay, maintain, or they use the word maturity, develop, complete. So
Yeah.
maybe just, so maybe instead of undeveloped, so make it, what is it? This is the to develop. Oh, yeah.
Cultivate.
Okay, this one, yeah, cultivate. Yeah, cultivate to completion. All right. So that's the idea for the wholesome states and unwholesome state, or for the right effort. Okay. So if anybody of you start to learn the sutta, you just get in your mind unwholesome, because every time if you study the Tipitaka, the Buddha talking about the negative side first, unwholesome, and after that wholesome. So you remember unwholesome and wholesome. Unwholesome is unarisen, not arise, arisen. Wholesome one will be unarisen and arisen. Then think about that. Unarisen one, you have to prevent it from arisen. Arisen one, you have to abandon it immediately. This means that if you're getting angry, you have to abandon the arisen anger. You have to prevent the anger from arising again. So if the unarisen wholesome one, if like metta karuna, you have to develop it. So if you have already have some metta karuna, you have to cultivate to completion. Okay. So if you can remember, this one is easy. So this one also for any of your meditation, not just meditation, even in your daily life. Because when we talking about meditation, for those who are very new, what is the Pali word for meditation? Sumedha? Okay. Okay. So
Bhavana.
bhavana. Okay. Bhavana means coming from the word. Coming from the word Pali word is a bhaveti. Bhaveti. All right. For those who are attending my Pali class, you learn the root to be, right? So to be plus the causative means you cause something to be. So means that you are actually development. So when we're talking about bhavana, means in a way we call it meditation, means mental development. So you don't need to go purposely to meditation center to develop your mind. You can develop your mind anytime, anyway, any place. All right. So if you understand like this, so right, just now the right effort means you should, there are two types of right effort. In one is wholesome, one is unwholesome. Okay. So unwholesome one, you should reduce it, stop it. Wholesome one, you should cultivate it and develop it to completion. So that's the meaning of bhavana in Pali. So this is very important words. Once you understand this word, anytime you go, you don't get confused whether they say you should practice jhana, or another person say you should practice abdomen rising falling. That another person say you should do this and do that. As long as any practice you do bring more wholesome things to your mind and stopping the unwholesome to your mind, then you are doing it the right way. Okay. Okay. So we are on this sama vayama. So 4 ways, 2 on unwholesome, 2 on wholesome. Sorry. Should we know color? Okay, now we are going to samasati. Samatati is very important in Buddhism, most of you. Now it's good we are learning exactly from Tipitaka. This is actually, all right, so maybe somebody read this one, okay? Right, up to here. Shirley, you can read this one. Yeah.
What is right mindfulness? Herein, a monk lives practicing body contemplation on the body, ardent, clearly comprehending, and mindful of it, having overcome covetousness and dejection concerning the world of the body. He lives practicing feeling contemplation on the feelings, ardent, clearly comprehending, and mindful of it, having overcome covetousness and dejection concerning the world of feelings. He lives practicing mind contemplation on the mind, ardent, clearly comprehending, and mindful of it, having overcome covetousness and dejection concerning the world of the mind. He lives practicing mind object contemplation on the mind objects, ardent, clearly comprehending, and mindful of it, having overcome covetousness and dejection concerning the world of mental objects. This is called right mindfulness.
Okay, so when you look at this, do you recognize what it is?
Four foundations, Satipatthana.
Yeah, for some which is on the body, feeling, mind,
Right.
and then the Dhamma. Dhamma here is translated as a mental object, right? So, do you think which is the key point here? I mean, which is important word here? From let's say we take this only this sentence, okay? Which one is you think is important? Or all of them are important? Which one? Shirley?
Clear, is it on the contemplation? Contemplation means clearly comprehending and mindful.
Okay. All right. So now we look at this one. All right. First, just look at this word. All right. Now you have the word contemplation. All right. Practicing body, contemplating body. There are a few phrases here. It's actually Satipatthana is one of the very interesting thing. All right. Now this is the practice here. Ardent. What do you think is ardent here? In like yesterday we learned about the Chetasika. All right. Maybe not yet. Ardent means what's the meaning of
Viriya.
ardent? Yes, Viriya. So this is same with effort, okay? Now, clearly comprehending. So it's same with what? What is clearly comprehending? Mindful, of course, is sati, mindfulness, right? Mindful is sati, all right? So this clearly comprehending, what do you think it can be? The Pali word is sampajanya, all right? Sampajanya, all right? So it's to do with the root nya. Yeah, for those who learned before, root nya is what? What is the
Understanding.
Pali?
Uh,
Yes, knowledge, all right? So you got effort, viriya, sampajanya is to do with the knowledge also. Okay. So you can see even at the right mindfulness state, they also have effort, they also have knowledge, right? Samadhi also knowledge, and sati is mindfulness. So it's actually this paragraph is beside right mindfulness, you also need other factors. Because like when we say yesterday in Abhidhamma, all the Cetasika, when they arise, they don't arise alone. They need many things to support. So there must be effort there must be knowledge there, and of course mindfulness must be there. All right. Okay, so you can see three elements already, three factors of meditation. You need effort, you need knowledge, you need mindfulness to contemplate the body in the body. Okay, now covetousness and dejection. Covetousness is what kind of mind? Is it greedy or what kind of mind? How about dejection? Okay, so if you look at covetousness, it's to do with greedy mind, right? And rejection is to do with angry mind, anger or hatred. So you can see the two state of mind. One is greedy, one is hatred. Greedy, hatred is the opposite. So now the word, all right. So we already learned the word loka, all right. So I must ask one of the person who learned before. Now remember we learned the loka, all right, Dorichi, yeah. Now we talking about the word loka, right? So remember what kind of
Yes.
loka we have. So what kind of loka it is?
Yeah.
Is it the 31 plans or existence?
I think it's the It's
Huh?
the world. It's the world, isn't it? Of the world.
What kind of world? What kind of world? The world outside of us or the world
No.
inside of us?
The
Huh?
world inside of us.
Yes,
See
so
the
we are
world
talking about
inside.
internal world, right?
Internal. Yes.
Internal world is, of course, here we are talking about body. So this body means your lupa only, right? It's only
Yeah.
so far talking about the lupa. Okay.
Yes.
So you can see here, if you know how to apply your Abhidhamma knowledge, so it's very easy. So for you to have right mindfulness, you need to have effort, knowledge, and mindfulness. Mindfulness, sati means mindfulness. And then you can overcome greed and hatred. Then what is the object here? Object will be internal world of, that is your rupa, the body. Okay. Now you can see the sentence also repeat for the feeling. Then after that, my, then Dhamma. My object is actually, the Pali word is Dhamma. So it's a Satipatthana, body, feeling. So you have body. So you got feeling. So anytime, any meditation you go, especially Vipassana center, the teacher will tell you about 4 Satipatthana. Sorry. My object, Dhamma. When you heard about this Satipatthana, then you have to follow according strictly to the instruction here, or the recommendation here. You must have effort. You must with the knowledge, because you must meditate with knowledge and with mindfulness on object. What is your object? Object, this is the object here. Object about your internal world, rupa. Of course, your object will be feeling, mind, and then the mental object, dhamma. Dhamma means anything not body, not feeling, mind. So everything will be put under the dhamma category. So even the right mindfulness here is very quite very detailed and very good for practice. Okay. So for those who interested to practice meditation, you need to have these 3 factors. You need to focus on the object. You need to abandon your greed and hatred. So the guideline is very clear here. Any question on this? All right. Okay, if no question, I continue. So we clear on the what is right mindfulness. So we are learning from we already actually finished the Visuddhimagga, but we are no, I don't want to finish because I still have 2 more class. I'm not going to start any new subject. So of course, according to sati means right awareness, mindfulness, attention. Function is not to forget. So we are talking about sati patthana on the body, feeling, mind, and then the mental object. Okay, that is we call it the Dhamma. The small d means phenomena. The big D means that the Buddha teaching. All right, so we had the Dhamma, big D or small d. Okay. Now in terms of Abhidhamma, so if we are thinking about what is Satipatthana, so we can go very detailed like just now. Knowledge is this one. So Satipatthana is beside talking about mindfulness, we can also talk about, there will be some idea of like effort and then also knowledge, and object will be on your rupa and also nama, right? Rupa and nama. Okay. So we can put like this. So when you meditate, you know clearly what does the Buddha trying to tell us, the method to meditate. Okay. Right. So that's how we learn. No, you when you learn something from the sutta or you learn something from the Abhidhamma, you try to gather the information and kind of like do a table like this where you can cross reference between the factors like samasati and then all the way to Visuddhimagga and then to the sutta and then to the Abhidhamma. So like this, it makes the idea very clear or tell it exactly how to meditate. Then you don't get confused. Even you hear any Dhamma talk, you know the teacher is mentioning from the Abhidhamma viewpoint, or from the Sutanda viewpoint, or just from other viewpoint. All right. Yeah. Also,
Sorry, Sayagyi,
yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
On the Satipatthana, for the first one is body, so object is rupa.
Yes.
And the second one, feelings. Feelings,
Yeah.
basically, for the second, third, and fourth, right?
Yeah,
They
it's
are
just a feeling.
already meditating on, it's already contemplation on nama, is it? Are they all
Yes,
under
yes,
nama?
yes, yes. Body, the first one, body is rupa. Feeling mind is nama. Mental object dhamma is a big category because we have 89 chittas and 52 cetasika, and it's mixed between the last one, mental object is mixed between nama and rupa, two of them. Okay, two of them.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Okay. Okay, now we go for next one. This is a problematic because you all heard about some people say you must go for fourth jhana, right? Some they say you must finish the right samadhi. According to some of the sutta, is all the way you must practice up to 1, 2, 3, 4 jhana. But some, like according to direct vipassana, it say you don't need to go for jhana. Okay, so we look at the sutta, and also will look at other sutta for, that's why you might not finish this day today also, because there are many things to learn. But we look at the sutta, all right? Now the sutta clearly say there will be fourth jhana. Okay, so it's a very, okay, for those who learn Pali, katama cha avoso sama samadhi. Ida here avoso bhikkhu. Vivechewa kamehi. Vivecha akusalahi. Karma is from sensual desire. The text is there, so I'll just copy the text for you because where this one. Okay, this is the text. And I will just look at the text. The Pali is too difficult to learn. All right, so among all of the viveka is apart from the sensual desire, karma, from unwholesome thoughts, he attained to the first meditative absorption called jhana, which is detachment born accompanied by applied thought, which we have the vitaka and vichara, right? Applied thought, sustained thought, and joy. There's a piti and sukha. And then after that, he will go for second jhana. And then this one you learn in Abhidhamma about what is vitaka and vichara. So we just don't focus so much here. So we just talking about their first jhana, their second jhana, and their third jhana. Okay, and the fourth jhana. The fourth jhana is the best one because it's neither suffering nor bliss. It's a purity of equanimity with mindfulness. So the mind is very pure, very stable, very equanimous. So this is called right concentration. So after that, we know there's first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana. This is called right concentration. And the Buddha say this is the noble path leading to cessation of suffering. So it clearly in this sutta say there will be, need to be 1, 2, 3, 4 jhana. Now, according to this sutta, just mean that, right? So according to one sutta, the sutta here, okay? So there will be need to have 4 jhana. Yes, okay. Sorry, the color is out. Okay, so this sutta say clearly that we need to develop to 4th jhana. That's why for those who are practicing under the Pao method, they will definitely have to follow the instruction. They need to go for 4th jhana. So you will heard some of the yogi, they try to go 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. After only when they get 4th jhana, then they go for kasina or asubha or whatever. Okay, but some of the meditation teacher also say no need to go 4th jhana, go for 1st jhana where your mind is quite stable, then you can go. All right, Michael asked, no, jhana is not same as sainthood or sotapanna. Jhana is just the state of mind where the mind is like, we learned yesterday, I think, ekagata, means one-pointedness. Is the mind just focus on one object, not shakeable, so be able to calm down. It's not enlightened because the unwholesome state just temporarily suppressed. So when they come out from jhana, or if they don't practice jhana for some time, then their defilement will still come back. So jhana is not permanent. It will not cut off the defilement permanent. It just temporarily suppressed in the moment of jhana. All right. So this is one statement. So now, okay, sorry. Now in Abhidhamma, what is actually jhana? So we already learned it's a eka aga ta, one pointedness. Even though it's a one universal mental factor, but it does not strongly in all the consciousness. Only when in the jhana factors, it will be very strong. In normal thing, all the consciousness will arise with it, but not strong at all. All right. So there's one statement, you need to have jhana as a sama samadhi. There are also other statements. So we look at other texts first. Okay, this is according to this Satya Vibhanga Sutta in the Majjhima Nikaya. Okay. Okay, there are something we finished already. Okay, I was thinking maybe before go deep into the jhana topic, so we consider everything in a general way before we go back to the Sama Samadhi first, all right? Panya, Sila, Samadhi, all right? You look at we call it the sequence. According to right view, right thought, speech, action, livelihood, right view, right thought is a panya. Right speech, action, livelihood is called sila, morality. Effort, awareness, or right mindfulness is called the samadhi. So panya, sila, samadhi. But in the Buddha practice asks us to practice sila, samadhi, panya. All right. So according to the text, so the recommendation is practice the sila, followed by samadhi, and followed by panya. Okay. So we look at the sequence panya, sila, samadhi, and sila, samadhi, panya. So it's always a good question to ask why the sequence is different. Okay. So anybody can give an answer. Why do we need to start with panya instead of start with sila? So it's a time for discussion now. So welcome you all to join in. Yeah. Okay. Anybody want to give us the idea? Yes. You need to identify your name because sometimes I cannot see.
Michael here.
Oh, Michael. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think sila is a base. Without the sila, you need to be strong in the sila.
Okay, you think sila is the base. So sila, we should start with the sila. Okay.
Yes.
Base for what? For practicing the Dhamma or what?
I think base for basically practicing meditation or spiritual or
For
any
spiritual path.
for
Okay.
spiritual path, because once your sila is not strong, you tend to have a lot of, as example, the unwholesome thought or this, or your intention is harmful to others. So sila is the base, I believe.
So for the spiritual path, also for the purity of mind, right? You're talking about just now, all right? Okay. Sila is for the purity of mind. Yes. Okay. Because due to sila, you will get the right concentration, right efforts. Concentration means that actually when we say samadhi, the meaning of samadhi means your mind is concentrated, not wander around. Okay. So we can take it. Okay. And any contribution, or why should we start with panya first? So instead of sila, samadhi, panya, we follow the Noble Eightfold Path, we start with panya. Right?
Saji.
Yes, Ming said yes.
Yes, I think we should start with panya first.
Okay, why? What's
Because
your reason?
without panya, we do not know we cannot identify the wholesome
Okay.
action and the
Okay.
unwholesome action, and morality is
Okay.
based on that.
Need to identify
Need to have
the
knowledge or wisdom.
knowledge, wholesome, unwholesome, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, it's true also, because before I joined the Theravada Buddhism, you know, at home we are all the Chinese traditional pai pai, right? So I never heard about the 5% Panchasila until I come to learn Buddhism when I was working in Singapore. Then I heard, oh, do not kill, do not steal, no sexual misconduct, no gossip or whatever. Then, oh, okay, that is the idea of morality. Before that, we don't have the idea of morality. So after we have some knowledge, then we be able to understand, oh, this is morality according to the Buddhist, the Buddha teaching. Okay. All right. Yes. Thank you, Master. Somebody who start, anybody support Sila first or Panya first?
Saya G, Doris G here. I feel
Yes.
that I agree with Sister regarding the panya. I feel that we need to have panya first before
Okay.
because otherwise we will be doing the wrong things, and
Mm-hmm.
we will be following blind faith just by,
Okay.
and we have no knowledge of what
Yeah.
we are
Okay.
doing.
So we need
So
the knowledge
yes,
to what? To differentiate what is right, what is wrong, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct. To differentiate
Shit.
what is right and wrong. Okay. Like we say for example, what we call the faith, you know, what is a blind faith?
Yeah.
What is a
Yes.
real faith? You know, what is your faith in Buddhism? True faith.
Yes.
Yeah.
True
What is
faith.
right, what is wrong? Yeah. That's why actually when you see, even though Sila Samadhi Panya, the Buddha list is Panya first. Because Panya is, when we learn in Abhidhamma, you learn Abhidhamma, Panya actually, right view is actually amoha. It's a knowledge by itself. It's a real knowledge. Okay, if you don't have right view as a basis, it's hard to be strong in other area. Okay, yeah, okay. If you do not have right view as a basis, yeah, okay. So yes, so we need to have a panya first. That's why the Buddha lists the panya. After panya, after you know what is right, what is wrong, then the next step is start to practice the sila. But of course, sila is a basic meditation. So this is why you take 8 precepts at the beginning of meditation. Okay. So panya support. You can say the panya, you know what is right. After right view, then you have right thought. Then you start to have good morality. Then you know the right way to practice meditation. Because what is meditation? Like just now we say, what is Sama Vayama? What is right effort? There are 4 ways. What is Samasati? 4 foundation mindfulness. And then Samadhi, so far, according to one sutta, is talking about 4 jhana. All right. So at least we need to have some knowledge, then we are doing in the right way. Now the problem is when people are not, okay, the problem is when I go to many meditation center, you know, people always confused. There's a light here. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So people are confused. For example, when they say they go to Pa'ao center, if they are from Mahasi, they get confused with the Pa'ao method. Or if they are from Pa'ao, they feel very uncomfortable with the, so there's light here, sorry, with the Mahasi method. So now it's actually very hot, 37 degrees, trying to survive in the hot weather. Okay, the light is everywhere. Okay, now, what is the problem? How to solve it? All this problematic is try to get the right view. So if you know exactly the Noble Eightfold Path, you don't need to worry if you go to Pa'ao Center or Mahasi Center or Mogok Center or... Okay, so far in Malaysia, how many types of meditation do you know? Anybody? I think most of you, some practice Mahasi, right? Beside Mahasi, what else? You know? Sorry. Pa'au and what else?
The what? What is that? Goenka.
Okay. Okay. Now, when we talk about four foundation of mindfulness, all right, people say Mahasi focus on the Kaya Nupasana. Have you heard about this? No. Okay. Now, how about Goenka? So Goenka is follow which method?
Vedana.
Vedana, all right? Yes, so some they say Mahasi follow the Kaya Nupasana because Mahasi start with the abdomen rising, falling. Some they say more Goenka start with the Vedana because it focus on scan the body for the feeling. Okay. And what else? And then Shumi, you heard about Shumi method, right? Focus on Chitta Nupasana, contemplation of mind. So you got 3 already. Besides, what else method have you heard or you have practiced before? Pa'au, Mahasi, and then Goenka. What else?
What does
That's all, right?
Pa'au method? What is Pa'au method about?
They focus more on the jhana. Go for jhana first until all the way to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 jhana according to this Sama Samadhi. After they get jhana, then they go for 10 kasina. Sometimes they go for white kasina. As I heard, like, because I don't practice it, they get white kasina, then use the white kasina, scan the body to see the 32 body parts. And then also some they talk about the breathing meditation, but breathing meditation is purposely to get 4th jhana. From 4th jhana, after that, then they go more to Abhidhamma. They start to see the kalapa, like we say one unit are mental. We have 9 or 10, right? In our body, start to see one kalapa, one kala, small, very small unit in our body, and try to see things changing. Anyway, they are actually, to me, they are more on the Abhidhamma knowledge, really, like this. Okay, so according to this, Samasati will be on Satipatthana. Of course, some they say Mahasi start with the Kaya Nupasana because it focus on the abdomen rising, falling. But after your mind come down on the abdomen rising, falling, then there will be itchiness and hot and cold. Then your mind automatically go for Vedana Nupasana, contemplation of feeling. So after that, you got your thought, thinking, and so on. Then you go for Chitta Nupasana, right? And after that, you 6 sense based on the Dhammanupassana, the 4th contemplation. So actually, Mahasi method actually follow a 4 foundation mindfulness. Same like Goenka also. Same like the Chittanupassana Shumi. So actually, if you know all this theory or you have the right view, you don't get confused. Right or not? Okay? Or the Michael asked about light, star, small spot. Oh, there is when your mind calm down. When your mind calm down, you will see, we call it some kind of light. We call nimitta. Nimitta is actually, we translate, is a sign of concentration. So when your mind calm down, automatically you will see some light, like moving around, whatever. Okay. So in Mahasi method, we tell you to ignore this because the nimitta is actually not the real object for the mind. It is just a sign of concentration. So for Mahasi method or those practicing pure Vipassana, we don't need to purposely follow it. For those who practicing the jhana, they need to make sure it's stable and so on. Okay, so that's the difference between either you are following the Mahasi or this one. All right, but the main thing is if you know the theory and if you understand with the right view, you don't get confused. They are talking about sati, right? Sati, right? Mindfulness on the 4 foundation mindfulness, or if they are talking about sama samadhi, according to this sutta, it's talking about 4th jhana. But we also need to look at the other sutta. Is all the sutta talk about the 4th jhana? Do they or do they not? All right. Okay, so let's continue. I did some research today, but today actually the weather is very hot also. Now it's 37, 38. Yeah. All right. So here, before we go for the jhana thing, okay, it's very important for us to have the right view, right thought. Then after you know what is right, what is wrong, then your speech, action, livelihood, that's your sila group will be good. And you will know what is the right effort. We are talking about 4 ways of right effort. And then the Samasati means four foundation of mindfulness. And then the Sama Samadhi. All right. Now, what is Sama Samadhi? That we need to know. Of course, we are talking about knowledge. You, like for example, the knowledge you get is from this one, sutta. Sutta from the word is a past participle. You heard. You heard the knowledge means is sometimes they call it that's another word. They call it acquired. They call it the acquired knowledge. Because the knowledge you heard from others or you acquired from others. So after that, like now, then you need to think. That's what Chinda Maya. So you need to consider it. Then after that, you meditate. So this is called real one. Experience you get from the real meditation. So this is called meditation. But that's why we need to know, we need to hear like now, then you think it, then you need to meditate on it. Now, what is Sama Samadhi? There's a problem, because either you need to go very deep to fourth jhana. Not only one, 2, 3, 4, 5 jhana. Okay. Yeah. So for those who meditate, if you see the light or whatever, you ignore it. If you see the pain, if you want, you contemplate on pain. All right. But you need to have some kind of samadhi. According to Abhidhamma, right? You only talk about in Pali. I cannot find the translation. It's talking about the mind. At that time, tasmin samaye, when the mind is stable, all right? It's actually, the whole thing is talking about the things, there's only same thing, okay? The stability of mind. And all these are quite same. And avikapo means a non-disturbance. So when the mind is stable and the mind is not disturbed, so it's called Sama Indriya, Samabala, power of Samadhi, and Sama Samadhi, right concentration. So according to Abhidhamma, it's very easy. Right concentration means your mind is stable and not disturbed. That's all. And if somebody don't like to know from Abhidhamma, we look at for another sutta. This is called Mahanidisa Sutta. This sutta is also very ancient. Okay, it's also one of the ancient sutta. You also have the similar Pali text. You're also talking about the TD, stability of mind, and avikepo, okay, non-disturbance of mind. So from the sutta, it didn't say you must, from this sutta, it didn't say you must go for first jhana, second jhana, third jhana. It just say that you need to make sure your mind is stable and your mind is not disturbed by other things. And from another sutta is also, yeah, I think this same sutta, okay? Then there are some, this one, I will send you the text for you to read. I think I sent last week already. Because in another sutta, okay, there's a term called Panya Vimutti Arahan. In this one, Susima Sutta is one of the very famous sutta. Because it said that those people, some people don't need to cultivate jhana. They can just, because of very high wisdom, they can attain the Magga Phala in a very short time. So they are called Panya Vimutti, wisdom liberated, all right, without focusing on the idea of jhana. They just liberated by their wisdom itself. For example, this Bahia Daruchariya, right? He just listened to one verse from the Buddha very fast. He attained arahantship. So there's some reference here. You can click it, right? So they also, some arahant, they don't even need to have a supernormal power. They just become arahant only. It's because their wisdom faculty is very strong. Based on the wisdom, they become enlightened, not based on the jhana. Okay, so there's some link here. And also the final one is another sutta is very famous called, all these are very, very famous sutta, right? Yuga Nata Sutta. In this sutta, it's talking about, yeah, the Pali will be here. Somebody developed vipassana preceded by this one, insight, vipassana pupangama. preceded by tranquility. So this means that by this sentence means that they practice samatha first, vipassana later. All right. So this is why samatha pupangama preceded by samatha vipassana. So vipassana preceded by samatha. But according to sutta also, same sutta, Yuganata Sutta, some people they practice the samatha but preceded by vipassana. Okay, samatha is tranquility, so this means that vipassana. Okay, so here right. So this is vipassana first, samatha later. All right, tranquility preceded by insight. So vipassana first, samatha later. So this means that you don't need to focus on jhana. You can just focus on vipassana. Just practice vipassana. And some they say, what is jhana? Jhana is at the moment you gain enlightenment, automatically your mind will be unified at the moment of enlightenment with the object of nibbana. So you just simply don't need to think about any tranquility. You just practice on vipassana. So it's same. But according to sutta, you also can practice where number 3, all right? So samatha and vipassana, yukanatam. So samatha and vipassana together at the same time. So samatha and vipassana together, right? That's another idea. So the 4th one is restlessness concerning the Dhamma. So when the mind has uddhacca, restlessness, so he must think about the way carry of the restlessness. So this is not so important, right? Okay. So restlessness, so he need to make sure it's under control. So you can see the statement number 2. If you are on the vipassana course, you don't want to focus on any samatha or jhana, you still write under this sutta. Okay. So any question on this sutta? This is actually a very famous sutta called Yuganata, right? Any question?
Sayagyi, this is Shining. Together means what? Samatha and Vipassana together means
According to one of the book written by the Dr. Nandamala, the one we say doing Abhidhamma, he said like you go to first jhana, you come out, then you concentrate on jhana factor. Go inside the second jhana, come out. So it's like samatha with vipassana. Samatha vipassana. First jhana, leave the first jhana, contemplate jhana factor. Go inside second jhana, come out, then contemplate jhana factor, and so on. All right. So this is the one.
okay. So for number 1 and number 2, insight preceded by tranquility, samatha, do we still need to go to jhana state?
The jhana, according to this side, this jhana refer to when you gain enlightenment, all right? So at the enlightenment time, your mind will automatically fix on the object of nibbana, okay? So you don't need to purposely make the effort because enlightenment, the mind definitely have to one-pointedness at the nibbana. So it's like we say like just now, the one that liberated by wisdom alone. He don't need to purposely cultivate the jhana because the mind is, the wisdom path is so strong. So based on the vipassana to cultivate the wisdom, then enlightenment time, the mind will just fix on the nibbana object. Okay, so this is called yuganata. So only these two are interested for people because like if you know the Pa'al method will be samatha first, vipassana later. Mahasi will be more towards this one, vipassana first and samatha later. All right, so this is the different terms. So there's also another, I think you heard those who are from Mahasi Center, where you say the mind practicing sukha vipassaka, bar insight meditation. So means the strenuous, like now just contemplate on all the nama rupa arising passing away. Don't need to purposely rely on jhana, but involve direct contemplation of nama rupa, mental and material phenomena with a minimal base of concentration. They need kind of concentration. So in this one, we call it the Kanika Samadhi, which is momentary concentration to contemplate on nama rupa. So this is called bar inside meditation or sukha vipassaka, right? So this is more on, we call it the Mahasi method. Okay. Now, does it clear your doubts or make you more confused? Shinli, can you see the point?
This part I don't quite understand. In fact, I'm still thinking on the number 1 and number 2 just now.
Okay, this is just say the meaning of dry here means that they don't rely. Okay, the meaning of dryness means sukha. Sukha means not rely on jhana, because the jhana is said, because jhana can give happiness, you know about, right? Jhana can give like joy and happiness. So if they don't have joy and happiness, so their meditation is very dry, not with this wonderful feeling and so on. All right. So this means they just meditate, do the vipassana, don't need to purposely practice jhana in advance.
That means number 2.
Yeah, this is more on the number 2. Vipassana first.
This first and later, right? I just want to know this first and later, are we talking about in one sitting or in
No, not one sitting. One training lah. You can say one training or one sitting. Yeah, non-disturbance. When we talk about the mind, when we say the mind tranquility or samatha, it's talking about the mind are not disturbed by other things. The mind is actually, you know, when you learn Abhidhamma, the one ekagata means the mind tranquil is just fixed on the object. So the mind will not be started, will not be running out. If your mind keep on running out, you don't have tranquility, you don't have samadhi, definitely. Okay, Cindy is asking this question. Yeah. Okay. So your mind will be calm down totally, unite with the object. So there's a tranquility is actually is not the right translation. Samatha actually is better the word tranquility, or the word samatha means concentration. That's why to learn the English is very bothersome. Might as well you learn the Pali, samatha or vipassana. That's all. Okay. Inside. So samatha first, vipassana later, or second one, vipassana first, samatha later. So that's why this sutta is very famous. And this sutta also answered the question, should you practice Pa'au first or should you practice Mahasi first? All are correct if you practice correctly. Okay. Next question.
David.
Yeah, Michael, yes.
Yeah, Sayaji. When we practice meditation through vipassana, when we concentrate on the object, and once you concentrate on object, is it considered samatha? Because we will be also applying vipassana to observe the object.
Yeah.
So how?
Yeah. Also, that's why it also depends on your understanding. Okay. When we say samatha is concentration, or in Abhidhamma is ekagata. Ekagata means one-pointedness, where your mind is just fixed, unmovable, or just focus on the object. So of course, when you're not the abdomen rising, falling, your mind must focus on the abdomen rising, falling. In the first place, if you don't focus it, how can you see it arising, passing away? So actually, when in actual practice, you will have developed some effort, some concentration, some mindfulness, because everything like we learn in Abhidhamma, all the Cetasika, they don't arise singly. They arise together with many things. Okay, Michael, do you answer? Michael?
Okay, yes, yes.
Okay, so don't be so fixed on the term whether you are practicing Mahasi or whatever. Just fix on the term. Are you develop the mind in the right way or not? Are you develop the mind in the wholesome way? And like we say, what is the right effort? Right effort means you develop the mind in a wholesome way. You let go the unwholesome states like anger, hatred, laziness. All right. So that's the nature of the Buddha. So remember the Buddha teaching in 45 years. If you somehow it's only 3 lines. Anybody know what is these 3 lines?
Avoid evil,
Yes,
cultivate
avoid
the good,
evil,
purify
cultivate good.
our own mind. Purify
Okay,
our
what's the
own mind.
meaning? What's the meaning of avoid evil?
Don't do the unwholesome actions.
Beside don't do the unwholesome action, it's talking about
Love.
don't we call it, don't have any unwholesome things in the mind also, not just the action only. Action is only talking about body side. We are talking about mental side because Buddha teaching is cultivation of the mind. All right. So so avoid evil means avoid all the unwholesome states in the body and mind, nama rupa. So avoid evil, do good. Besides do the good action, also talking about cultivating the good things in the mind also. So by avoiding the unwholesome, cultivating good things, slowly you will be purify the mind. So if you consider these three sentences, they are related to each other. Number one, support number two. Number one and two support the number three. So when you avoid evil, unwholesome thing in the mind, you cultivate good things in your mind, so automatically you will purify the mind. If not, how are you going to purify the mind, right? If you don't do the number one and two. Okay, Pradeep?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's how. So if that's why we are talking about right view. So A4 part of a right view, having right view is important so we don't get so confused. You know, for example, you see my robes, I'm wearing brown color, right? So I also being asked by people why you're wearing brown color. Because if I'm from Mahasi Center, I actually ordain in the Mahasi Center. So if I ordain in Mahasi Center, I should wearing what color? Anybody?
Pink color.
Okay. Beside pink color, what is other color?
Mangosteen red, about mangosteen
Orange color.
orange color.
Yeah, mango stay. Yeah, it's a nice thing because now I planted so many mango. I planted some mango for 10 years ago, so I can see the mango sting every day. So orange color. So either orange color or pink color. Now I'm not wearing orange color. I'm not wearing pink color. I also, their skirt is a bright orange. I'm not wearing the bright orange color. So this means that I'm not practicing Mahasi. Can I say like that? Yes or no?
No.
No. Why no? If people
It's
say
just
why no?
labeling. It's just labeling only. It's just
It's just labeling. It's just color.
yeah.
All right. So it's also the question is people don't understand about tradition of Myanmar. All right. They follow the teacher. So if your teacher wearing actually it's not only Pa'ao wearing the dark color, dark gray color. Here Mogok is also another one you never heard. Is a Mogok meditation center where they contemplate on the dependent origination. So Mogok, the Silent also wearing the brown color, dark gray color. Same with the Pa'ao center. All right. So there's one color. And some of the Silent here wearing little bit white, near to white. It's a pink but very near to white color. So also had this color. So there are different color here, But the main thing is they follow the teacher. So if the teacher is Pa'ao, they follow Pa'ao. If the teacher is Mogok, they follow Mogok. Okay, if the teacher is more on Mahasi, they follow the Mahasi orange color. And also normally if they are young nuns studying now, they were normally wearing the bright pink color. Okay, so there's answer of different colors in Myanmar and also Myanmar tradition. But the problem is Malaysian people don't have the enough knowledge, do not have the right view. So they get very confused when they see different color, right or not? So I've been questioned recently. come. It's actually not to say nice, some gossip going around about me, because the center is the one I started as a Sally is a Mahasi center. They say, oh, Sally Chala is no more Mahasi. She already joined the Pa'ao. You know, they are very biased about the Pa'ao thing. so, and it's also because I think maybe you all heard, don't know. About 30 years ago, when the Pa'ao and Mahasi, when they are very strong in Myanmar and Malaysia, they are actually two gang. You know? One is Pa'ao gang and Mahasi gang. So they have different practice like just now, you know. Whether do you need to practice jhana? If you don't practice jhana, maybe your meditation are not doing in the right way. So they are kind of like quarreling, not to say big quarrel, they are actually write letter, reply to each other. Yeah, really, the very learned monks write a letter. Then another learned monks also reply about the question being asked by another monk. So about 30 years ago, this dialogue been going on. What is the right method? Is it Pa'ao more right and or Mahasi more right? You know, 30 years ago. So when people still have this argument, I say, oh, already 30 years ago or 20 years ago, you still want to have this kind of argument. The best way, if you have the right view, you don't get confused. Color is just follow the tradition or follow the teacher in Myanmar. Okay. And I choose this color very simply because I don't like pink color. Pink color is very difficult to maintain, especially for ladies, you know, it's very difficult. Even you sit down, you get dirty very easy. And also I don't like orange. So I choosing this color because this color is much more harmonious, easy to maintain. It's much more like we call it papaja, letting go color, the color of letting go. All right. As long as my teacher say okay, so I just follow my teacher, right or not? All right. Okay. I think Michael or Vincent, you all should know, right? You all been in Buddhist center for so long, according to your age. Yeah. You all should heard about this argument, right or not?
Not really, because I am actually more on the Theravada tradition.
Yeah, but Mahasi or Pa'ao also Theravada tradition, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is a different practice, different meditation practice. Like Pa'ao say you must go for 1, 2, 3, 4 jhana. And Mahasi say you don't need to go 1, 2, 3, 4 jhana. You just need to have momentary concentration. All right. So because I started from the Mahasi Center, of course I heard about all this argument. So besides, anybody heard about this?
Long ago
Long ago, yeah.
Long ago
Okay.
when I started, those days AJBA was in the they having the center in the Semidi. So last time I heard there's this teacher from what center, then another teacher they don't come to this center.
Yeah, right. It's true. Even like now, you know. Yeah. Brother Ko also heard about that. It's very sad, you know. Some they say, okay, you're from Mahasi. Even it's true, it's still you're from Mahasi, you're not welcome in certain center. Or if you're practicing different practice from our meditation, you are not welcome. Some of the center still have these rules and regulation. You are not welcome because they're afraid when you go to that center, your meditation practice, if you talk with the yogi, you might disturb the yogi. Yeah, it's true. Certain things like this still occurring today, even now, you know. Yeah. Brother Cole also. Yeah, Brother Cole, you want to say something?
Yes.
Okay.
I think in one of my sutta study, I can't remember which sutta. It seems that even first jhana also you can actually get knowledge and vision.
Yeah, it's true.
So not necessarily, that means at any stage of jhana also can actually depend. And then on the, just now you mentioned about the 4 methods, I think, that one is also in the sutta. So that means
yes, in the sutta. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So either we call it that sutta just now, or the first sutta where say you need to have 4 jhana, or another Yukanata sutta say you don't need to have purposely the 2 jhana. So I better write down before we end this session. All right. So you need to have 4 jhana. Another one is you can practice vipassana first. Okay. Without jhana. Okay? So different opinion. The main thing is you need to know that the main thing of Sama Samadhi is one-pointedness, and another characteristic is there must be equanimity. Equanimity. What's the meaning of equanimity? Like just now we say non-disturbance, okay? Non-disturbance. The mind is not disturbed. So if your mind is always disturbed by something, that means that you don't have Sama Samadhi. Very easy, all right? Equanimity, non-disturbance, you get one-pointedness. So either you need to have 4th jhana, or you can practice 1st jhana, or like some brother Ko say, some they say only 1st jhana is enough. Okay, different opinion, all right? All these are different
No,
opinion.
Saiji, not my opinion, it's from the Sutta one.
Yeah, one sutta. So
I'm
you
not
better tell us.
qualified to give the opinion.
Okay, which sutta, if you can tell me, is better, you know. I actually today I spent some time, yeah, trying to look for this information.
I can't remember. I have to refer back to my notes.
Okay, you refer and
when
you
I get it, maybe
okay. All right.
yeah.
Because this one is the Four Noble Truth. Next week I think we still have one session, is it? 1 or 2 sessions. So next week I will do a round, another 2 time. All right. So I do a roundup and together with the Noble Eightfold Path, because it's very important for us to have the right knowledge about how to meditate. And also I don't wish to hear that kind of argument that you are not practicing correctly, I'm practicing correctly, you know, like where we accuse people you are not in the right way, we are in the right way. This kind of talk is based on, we say mana. If Abhidhamma, you call it conceit. Conceit means that I'm practicing correctly, you are practicing wrongly. So, and then if you are not practicing in a method like my method, you are wrong. Because the Buddha have taught, you all heard about 84,000 Dhamma. There are many ways. It's not to say the only one way. This way might not suitable for you, but it might suitable for somebody else. Okay? So as long as we have the right view, right understanding, that's why the Noble Eightfold Path is pointing us in the right direction. All right? Because sometimes I also personally experience the kind of thing, you know, because I'm not wearing the pink color, I'm not wearing the orange color. Some people also have bias towards me. Yeah, it's true. I also can feel the bias in people. And some I talk to some of the silent who wearing the pink color, orange color, they cannot go to the place where silent are wearing the gray color. You know, it's very funny. They are also not. They're also afraid of going. You know, because some they say if they go to another center, when they come back, people might accuse them you are not practicing, you are not following your teacher method. You are already, we call it 走歪路 or in the wrong direction already. So all these are nonsense. Yeah. As long as we are focusing on the right Dharma, we follow the Noble Eightfold Path, we know the Buddha teaching. That's why it's very important for us to learn the Pali. And that's the reason why I come to Myanmar to learn, because I want to learn the Pali. I want to read my Pali. I don't want to rely on people. So if I had doubts, I can look at the sutta in Pali to find my answer. Okay? So I don't want to be under the control of certain different opinions. So I want to have the right knowledge. So I'm trying to share with you all right knowledge. So hope that you all will share your knowledge in the right way with other people also. Okay. Okay. So you finish this session. Okay. Thank you for joining me. So may we have a brief sharing of merits. So may we share our good deeds of learning the Dhamma, learning the right method of meditation with our ancestors, with our departed ones, and we share the good merits with all the sentient beings, with the devas, with our family and friends. May they all be well and happy. Okay, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. All right, so if you still got question, you can stay back. If you have no question, we will finish this session. All right, thank you for joining me. So I see you next week. All right.
Thank you.